Good evening, Vectrekkers. I wanted to share a little bit about the developments I've been doing with this Alpine Rescue game. So I shared an earlier build on the Facebook group, the Vectrex United group, and you guys gave me awesome feedback. So much feedback, I can't even mention you all by name. I may mention some of you as I go along. I just want to make a quick video tonight. My main camera died on me, or has issues, I should say, and now I'm using my phone camera, which has terrible exposure. It's hard to capture a Vectrex in general, so as you all know, for sure. So the version I posted on the Facebook group is this one. It's an automatic scrolling. I just kind of want to get across the idea of what I was trying to make, which was I was planning a skiing game where you start on a skiing level and then you go to a rappelling level and then a helicopter level. So that's kind of the idea of the rescue, is you're trying to rescue, I guess, Molly from the mountains. So at any rate, so, you know, you could go like turbo speed, or you could do quadruple speed, which is ridiculous. You can go back and forth, and you can just watch the mountains get closer and closer. So I got a lot of feedback from this game, and I realized that I still have a lot of work to do on making it look like you're going downhill. I also got some great feedback from, I believe, Graham Toll, who mentioned the idea of, sorry, I got messages coming up on my phone, who mentioned the idea of having hidden lines. And that's always been near and dear to my heart too, trying to get hidden lines working right. So this is the version I've got now. I'm going to keep working on going downhill and uphill and how the road should curve. And I'm going to use like Outrun and games like that as my base idea for that. But until that's further out the road. What I've got right now, though, is the idea of a sort of a snowmobile is the first stage, where you're going up the mountain. And so as I push so first of all, we have some parallax like this now. The mountains are pretty extreme. I'm going to cut that back a good bit. Well, I'll just go ahead and show you here. So basically, you do throttle. I have throttling now to where you can speed up, slow down, and when you let off the throttle, it slows down, similar to pole position, which is my gold standard for, you know, 3D on the Vectrex, although it has a lot of light on the sides whenever things tend to scroll off the screen, and I'm trying to avoid that by when things go off the screen they turn off. Now my Vectrex isn't calibrated right either, so take that and keep that in mind. At any rate, so what I do have now is the horizon line out there is going to be going up, and as it goes up, the mountains will kind of hopefully go down behind it. And it's really subtle because it's just going up one dot at a time. Actually, it's not that subtle. It's pretty dramatic. Also, if you hit these things like the turbo, you'll go faster for a brief period of time. So I'm just speeding up, slowing down so you can kind of see how these things go. That's kind of what I have in mind. Now, a great suggestion that I believe also Graham Toll had was that I make this for the 3D imager. And I love that suggestion. I don't have a 3D imager. I do have the Sega Master System 3D shutter goggles, and I know how they work. You know, I show a view from here and I show a view from there for either eye. Of course, I wouldn't have the mountain swinging back and forth as much in that regard, but that is a goal. I definitely want to make this into a 3D version of the game too. I also want this to be especially this first level, I want it to be easy and fun. Like I want it to be like you're hitting turbos and quadruple turbos and you're dodging things like elk or moose, or hey, maybe even a fox from my Blox games, which will also someday come up. At any rate, but I don't have those of 3D imager, so I'll probably look into getting one of those. In the meantime, if you happen to live in the Northern Virginia area and you have a 3D imager and would like to come out and just and see this game, and maybe we can test around and see what's the best settings for the 3D imager. I'm close to 20,000 cycles, so I'm trying to keep it definitely under 30,000 cycles for the processor here. So I think it's very doable to add another layer of like this 3D, just back and forth, and I think it should be pretty straightforward. I hope. I haven't got any experience with that yet, but I'm definitely trying to duplicate sort of a 3D view already. So I think I've got what I'm going to need. If you have the goggles and you would like to be a part of this project, I will put your name on it, and I will also be more than happy to try out your goggles. And I've got the multi-cart, so we can try the different 3D games on here as well. I'd love to see, because I can't test the 3D goggles. I can't test the 3D games. Like, I can't see the 3D games because the Vectrex won't display them unless I have a 3D imager plugged in, as you all know. So I do need an imager, and I'll probably end up getting the Madtronics one, but I'm going to have to wait till after Christmas, it looks like. So, all right, or at least until I can build up my discretionary fund a little bit. So, yeah, I look forward to sharing more with you guys as we go along. Stay tuned, and I will be trying to put out another build onto the Facebook group soon. Once I've got a better, got the bugs worked out of this one. So, thanks for your time.